Well, hello there. Welcome to this No BS guide of LinkedIn in 2019, becoming a master of LinkedIn in 35 minutes. Let's quickly jump into the agenda for today. This tutorial is strictly based on practical knowledge, no bullshit promotions, and I have not pasted a single information from the internet apart from maybe some facts. What this tutorial would allow you is to get started immediately, creating a profile in 10 minutes, generate B2B leads in 2019 with 2 leads a day guarantee, and getting a job with LinkedIn even if you have zero experience. So let's start. What is LinkedIn and why bother creating an account? LinkedIn is the world's largest professional social network with 500 million users and counting, and with 260 million logging in each month. So what's the crazy hype and who can use this platform? Corporates or maybe professionals? Is it really for me? That's the question which most new people who are students ask. That is this platform really for me? So look at it this way. If you're living in 2019 and you still haven't created a profile, then you're missing out. If you want to succeed, then you just cannot ignore LinkedIn. If you're in a services business or on a B2B company, then you need to hear this. Marketers admit that 80% of the B2B leads come only from LinkedIn. Moving on. LinkedIn is used differently by different people. Here's what I mean. Let's say if you're a student, you can use LinkedIn for internships, part-time jobs, or connecting with like-minded professionals, and finally discover something meaningful. If you're a professional, then you can use LinkedIn for discovering new jobs, getting industry insights. So let's say you want to jump from manufacturing industry to IT industry, LinkedIn will provide you with all the insights so you can make an informed decision and don't regret later as to why you changed sides here. Connecting with like-minded professionals, again, you can connect with any professional if you have a good enough personalized invitation note, which we will discuss in the later segment of this video. And who knows, you might get a business idea because there is so much value being dropped on the platform. You might just stumble upon a crazy business idea. So this is just an assumption that I'm making from my end. Finally, if you're a company or a business, then you can use LinkedIn for connecting with potential customers, promoting your business online, recruit amazing talent, and be a part of the industry conversation. So businesses use LinkedIn a lot, and by lot I mean a lot. Moving on, so how can I get started? That's the question. That's what this presentation is all about. Simple. Just head over to linkedin.com and make an account. If you're smart, then do it right away. If you're not so smart, then I don't know. So once you're done, follow this. So here is the part 1 of the video. Setting up your profile. Your profile on LinkedIn says a lot about you. Typically, it says a lot about your personality, your professional experience, your values, and your priorities. All of these are important, without which people wouldn't be able to understand you or hire you as a consultant or for a job or anything in your corporate experience. Moving on. Now, your profile picture is the central and the most primary aspect of your profile, and it says a lot about your personality. It tells how you look, what's your color of the skin, how you smile, what's your facial features like. It reflects your personality. It's your digital identity for the corporate world. It then establishes a personal connection. So if you are from the same nationality, and so it goes a long way in establishing a personal connection. And finally, it should and must send a happy and positive message. Absolutely avoid using pictures with groups or using pictures of your brands. Totally not recommended. This is a social media platform. This is not a Yellow Pages or a classifieds directory. This is a social media platform. You are being judged for who you are. You are being perceived as a person, not a brand. For brands, there is a separate section for which we would refer in the later parts of the video. Then comes your professional summary. Your professional summary helps the person sitting on the other side of the screen to judge or to just have a look at your written communication skills. I don't need to tell you the importance of soft skills. Everybody knows that your written communication skills have to be really good if you want to get a client, if you want to do business with somebody, or if you want to get hired. And LinkedIn is being scrutinized, and LinkedIn is being one of the most effective platforms for a lot of people to actually get a sense of how you write. So it's very important that you do not make any grammatical mistakes in your professional summary. It then makes the viewer aware about your thought process. So if you take a look at my professional summary, you would understand of my approach towards solving a problem or the kind of roles and responsibilities that I have taken. And finally, it reveals your passion for the job and career. And it must, because you're a unique person. And if you do not say that you're passionate, if you're not passionate enough for your job, then you will not get that job, or you will not get that account, or you will not get that client. So it is an absolute must that you frame your professional summary in a way that reveals your passion for the job or the career that you seek. Your work experience, obviously, this is the most important part of your LinkedIn profile, and that is your work experience. Now, your work experience brings out your distinct caliber. It brings out the uniqueness in how you perform a job, or what is your current potential, or what is your caliber. It is up to you on how you convince the recruiter, or how you convince the person reading your profile and persuade them, convince them that you are different. It also enables the viewer to get a sense of your job performance. So if you read in my profile, I said that I've been responsible for email marketing, and my newsletters were read by 50 industry experts across 25 countries. So it really helps the person or the recruiter or the client or anybody who's reading your profile understand how you perform your job. And finally, your professional experience and your ability to solve problems. So if you are just treating your LinkedIn profile as a resume and only write your responsibilities but not your achievements, then you're missing out a lot. Then you definitely need to optimize your profile if you really want to get that kind of visibility that you're seeking. Moving on, your certifications and educations allows you to engage with the alumni. Very, very important. Yeah. And LinkedIn puts a lot of emphasis on how you interact with your alumni basis what information that you feed it on to the platform. It highlights your additional qualifications. So if you're seeking a fairly technical job, or if you're seeking a job where there are many candidates competing for the same position, then definitely this adds up to your overall profile. And it positions you as a dynamic individual with an always learning attitude. So I did my BBA from this college, and after that I've done some volunteering sessions, and I've done a couple of certifications. So it sort of brings out this feeling in the other person that the guy whose profile that I'm looking at, it might be a person who is a very dynamic guy who's always looking to learn new things. So you really want to position yourself as that. So your certifications and education section needs to be updated, no exceptions. And finally, we have recommendations. So recommendations are real reviews with real power. I don't even need to tell you why these are important, because just by the look of it, you would understand why they're so important. It positions you as a strong candidate. Again, the more number of reviews that you have, the greater your chances of securing that job or client that you're looking to get yourself involved with. And finally, it strengthens your overall profile and helps you to increase trust with prospects. Businessmen always root for recommendations. Without recommendations on LinkedIn, it is very hard for the person who wants to do or wishes to engage in a business with you to establish that kind of trust if you don't have recommendations on your profile. So, what are some tips to get noticed? In LinkedIn, your network is your net worth. Okay? So, tip 1, do not add everybody. So, when you're just starting out, it's always better not to add everybody because it doesn't help. You need to focus on quality network. Only add people whom you know and people who can help you in the future. Instead of adding just about everybody, you might get more views on your post, you might get more views on your profile, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get that opportunity that you're seeking. You need to focus on quality connections so that you can get high quality opportunities and not just things that don't make sense to you at all. Tip 2, add your closest colleagues and clients. Now, as an entrepreneur or as a businessman, it's very important to realize the value of network that you already have. Now, I have few friends who are really good at what they do, and it's important for me to maintain that relationship with those people. So I always add my closest colleagues and clients on LinkedIn. Then you establish a relationship similar to what I have done here. LinkedIn gives you ample opportunities to keep engaging with your network by notifying you of any anniversaries, job changes, any kind of posts that they've submitted. The horizon, the canvas is huge. And then you root for recommendations from these people. Since you have worked with these people closely, they would be able to better appraise you on your profile. And then I've already explained the real importance of a recommendation. Tip 3. Now, this is something that most people ignore. So they add a lot of people in their network, but they don't post content. Now, content is the real essence of the platform. So you need to provide consistent value all the time. Similar to what Sandeep Kochhar does, or I have a few other people who I keep following. They always provide consistent value. They always post content that is very, very relatable. And use long form content. Don't shy away from using long form content because on LinkedIn people tend to read a lot. Videos are not that videos don't have that kind of power on LinkedIn as yet. So people use a lot of long form content. And be consistent. You need to share your learnings with the world. You need to add value with the world, without which nothing could be done. Content and value is the very essence of this platform, and without that value, without that content, you will not be able to get that job that you're seeking. You will not be able to win the client that you're seeking. So it's very important to be consistent and not be shy. And finally, learn to respect the platform. Just don't keep spamming all the time, and don't insult anybody. Don't be too arrogant with people. Learn to respect the platform in a similar way you learn to respect your colleagues and other people in your professional network. So this concludes our part 1, and in part 2 I would be talking about how to generate leads quickly with 2 leads a day guarantee, and how to find a job on LinkedIn without any experience. I would be going deep into how you can leverage your power of how you can leverage your network and find ways to secure an internship first and then later convert it into a job if you're lucky enough. So thank you very much, and I'll see you